There's no other man to give me what I want, makes me feel this way. I'd rather be with you, boy, I'd rather be with you. I need to just record, like, put me in the studio, put me on X, put some music behind it. I really got a whole podcast. Like, I really have a whole podcast, and I'm consistent. I'm pretty consistent with doing this thing. And in doing so, I realized that I was waiting. I realized that I was waiting for permission to do it. Like, I realized this may be, honestly, maybe just a couple months ago before I actually put it out there. Even the day that I put it out there, I remember thinking, leading up to it, I knew it was coming. I knew it was happening soon. But I was waiting for the perfect timing, the perfect setup, the perfect guest, the perfect topics. Like, I was just waiting for, like, this golden ticket of somebody saying, like, boom, stamping it, approving it, here you go. You done took this class, this course, your experience with talking with people. Like, I was waiting for all of those validations for me to start this show. Wow, I just called it a show. That's crazy. But even in the moments leading up to putting the podcast out there, I realized that I was waiting on permission. I was waiting for someone to give me permission. Even though I had talked about this for years, I've prayed about it, I've created different themes, a concept. Like, I literally had all the things, microphone, tripods, lights, like a whole setup. And yet and still, I was waiting for somebody to give me, like, this stamp of approval, like something, like a certificate or some type of diploma that stated, oh yeah, you got it. Go ahead. You got the green light. Go ahead. Make it happen. Like, I was waiting on that. And so the moment I decided to release it, well, actually the moment I decided to give myself permission was my birthday. I was like, you know what? I'm feeling good, looking good. Let me go ahead and just put it out there. Cause what we waiting on? You still waiting on this person to give you this okay? And it wasn't like I was misaligned or anything. Like, this has literally been in the works. I've had, even before calling it a podcast, I had a dream about it. Like, literally spoke to God. God spoke to me about me taking this step. And yet and still, again, was waiting for somebody else. Like, who, if God already approved it and gave you the green light, like, who else? Who else could you possibly be waiting on? Who else could you need permission from? Like, that's really deep, ain't it? Like, who else beyond God was you waiting on? But I think it was a feeling within myself, trusting myself to put forth something like this. I think I've dwelled in self-doubt for such a long time that this was like the beginning of me not just trusting in myself, but believing in myself. That wasn't the first time I realized that I was waiting for someone to give me permission to do something. I remember having a therapy session. This was maybe in 2023, and it came up during one of the sessions because I was talking about this then. Like, but it goes beyond just a podcast, right? Like I mentioned, it's It's me building my own self-esteem and my self-confidence and trusting in myself. But it came up in therapy, and the therapist asked me, did she ask me who? I can't remember what she asked me something in regards to permission though. Like, who you needing to validate you? Like, who is it? Like, what's missing? Tell me, when did you first realize that you needed or you felt like outside validation was necessary? When you're literally equipped to do any and everything you've set out to do in life. So on my birthday, I did not plan to share my podcast. I did not. That was not planned. It just wasn't. I didn't have that date written down like, okay, by this day I want to have, nope. Because I literally had already had everything I wanted and needed to make it happen. Again, I was waiting on permission, and it was in that moment I was just like, what am I waiting on? What am I waiting on? Girl, go. Girl, do it. And I did. So I'm gonna move on because I feel like I'm rambling. I used to look for a green light from like my parents, family, parents specifically, teachers, administrators in school, supervisors at work. I needed them to say, okay, you can do it. You got it. Boom. Let me check off on this. Let me sign off on this. Yeah, that's who I used to look for that green light from. Like, I needed them to tell me it was okay to take that next step, to move into this next realm and to do different things. Like, I remember as a kid, like, I had to get permission to get water out the fridge, to get fruit snacks. Like, we literally had to ask to do any and everything. And even before asking, like, I was told what to wear, how to wear it, who to be friends with, who not to be friends with, what to watch, what you shouldn't watch. Like, everything my entire life was, yeah, do this, don't do that. Even when it came down to me applying for college, like, my parents told me where to go to school. Like, I had a full scholarship to Wright State, and it was like, oh, well, that's where you'll be going. Never mind applying to a school that you actually want to go to, because we ain't got the money to send you, so ain't no point in you even applying. And I don't think they didn't like say that, but that's how it felt. And so I didn't even apply to my dream HBCU. I went where the money was, because that's what I was told. Nobody gave me permission or gave me the green light to apply to FAMU. Even my teacher, my senior government teacher, was a white man. I can't even remember that man's name. But I remember talking to him about my college choices. And he was like, oh yeah, go to Wright State. They'll love you. A whole lie. That man told a whole lie. But even in that, it was like, I felt like I shared that information with him because I wanted his permission. I wanted his approval. I wanted him to tell me it was okay to apply the school of my choice. But it wasn't until I got to Wright State and I had he wasn't even my advisor. He was like, what was he? He was like the president of like the Belinga Center or something. I don't remember what he was, but Mr. Bradley. And that's probably not even that man's name. Mr. Bradford, Mr. Brantley. We gonna call him Mr. B for this, just for, So Mr. B was the one who showed me and taught me to really trust in myself. To really believe in me. Yeah, good old Mr. B. Lord forgive me, because I do not remember that man's name. But yeah, I was hoping that those adults would see me and hear me and just encourage me to go forward with whatever my dreams were, whatever I was thinking of doing. That's what I was hoping they would give me. Because as a young kid, if you're constantly telling your children what to do and not giving them choices and always making decisions for them, by the time they're young adults and it is time for them to truly depend on themselves and make decisions, it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle, because just because you reach a certain age, you don't just automatically get like this wisdom or like this knowledge. Like, it starts from the very beginning. And so I'm a huge advocate for giving children choices and allowing them to make their own decisions, even at a young age. And it could be something as simple as, oh, what color shirt do you want to wear today? We got blue and yellow. And just giving them those tools to even just choose and decide. And of course, I know a lot of us my age, we're not giving choices. So if you a parent or soon to be parent, give your baby choices. They'll thank you later. The silence and not giving myself permission kept me safe at one point. I think I was fearful that if I made this one choice, or if I made a decision on my own, if I gave myself permission to make that move, make that transition, that I would be responsible for everything thereafter. So it felt safer to allow somebody else to dictate my moves, what I did, how I did it, and to validate me. So then moving forward, I can always refer back to them. I don't know why that is. Like, why did I feel like that support was limited? Like, if I saw advice from someone, like, why did I think that they wouldn't continue to provide wise counsel if I made my own decision at some point? You know what I mean? Like, if I allowed them to say like, hey, no, Tiffany, you should do this, don't do that, whatever. And then I go like, oh, okay, cool, thank you, I'm gonna take your advice, listen to them, boom. And then the next decision I make is completely on my own. I gave myself permission to go. I did it, whatever. I think I feared that me going back to them or going to them another time, it would be like that. Oh, I told you so. You should have came to me. You should have asked me. And so I think not giving myself permission kept me safe from, I guess, being scolded in so many words. Y'all, I'm really thinking this out like in real time. This is going to be a great therapy session with my therapist, because I think I do a better job at giving myself permission and trusting myself. I do. I truly do. But it's still baby steps. Like I mentioned, releasing this podcast, also stepping away from a job that I knew it was time to go. But again, I was waiting on somebody else to be like, stamp of approval, get up out of here. Like, how much more trauma you have to endure to walk away, Tiffany? Even now as an adult, I think asking for permission looks like over explaining, asking questions, second guessing, like doubting yourself. When you know, like girl, you don't know. You done already got the okay from God. You in alignment. What more do you need? What more do you need? Like, even when no one is actually capable of telling you yes or no. But I think we're just conditioned to wait on other people to give us approval, because we work full-time jobs. Some of the jobs, if you're not like in a leadership role, like, you have to wait for somebody else to sign off on something or to approve something or to give you the okay to do something. I was recently in a role where I had a lot more freedom to do as I pleased. But the role itself wasn't clearly defined. And so I actually liked that, because I had room to breathe. I had room to to support staff in a way that was conducive for me and for them. So it was like I made up my own way of doing the role, and it was cool. But even in doing so, there was another person who didn't like, there was a person who didn't like that I did that. They did not like the way I sat back, I watched, I learned as much as I could about the role, and then I made it work for me. And they didn't like that because I didn't ask them permission to do so. But I also realized that it wasn't me. I wasn't taking that personal. They had their own self-limiting beliefs that because I don't have whatever in my title, that I need to listen to them. And it's like, we all adults here. Now, I may be younger than you, but listen here. Put some respect in my name. I recently made the decision to start a podcast. And not just any podcast, but an open journal, if you will, of me really healing in real time. And it's available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. So if you're listening, thank you. I appreciate you. And it felt good. It feels really good to do something that I wanted to do and not wait for outside validation or approval. Like, this was me and putting it out there. And I did it. And it feels, man, I feel amazing. Like, my body feels calm. Like, it's not like anxious or overwhelmed, because it's like, this is my thing. I'm doing it the way I want to do it. And I'm not comparing myself to anybody else's art. It's me just doing it, you know? I ain't gonna lie. It does feel really good. It feels amazing. Like, even when I get the notification that one of my episodes is available, like, it pops up next to a list of other podcasts. And I'm just like, man, that's me. That's really me talking. I feel proud. I feel proud and very confident. And I feel like the sky's the limit. Like, among the other things that are on my long list of things to finally give myself permission to do, ooh, baby, get ready. Get ready. Little Tiff will be proud. Little me will be so proud of the woman that I'm becoming. Because I felt like Little Tiff needed permission to just exist, to be, and to live. Yeah, that sounds crazy, low-key. But I think that's, like, if I'm keeping it a buck, like, that's what I truly think. I think I needed that. Little Tiff definitely needed that. And I'm so grateful to have had my grandmother Helen in my life, because she was my person. She was my cheerleader. She was the one, if she could, that woman would, any validation I needed, she provided it. Even, like, so much, let me just say this. That lady hyped my head up so big to where I thought I was going to be a part of Destiny's Child. Listen here. My granny had me, my cousins, and my best friend practicing dance routines, making up choreography. And then we had the nerve to record it. It's on VHS somewhere in somebody's house. It's all on VHS tapes. Yes. And so I'm grateful to have had her in my life and the type of person that she was. And so I think maybe when she passed, I didn't have that. She died when I was 17. I was ready to turn 18. Yep, it was in 2008. And, I just told my age. Lord. But yeah, she died when I was 17. And from that point forward, I had to learn how to give myself permission. It took probably a full 10 years after. Hold on now. It took 20 years. Oh my God. It took 20 years after that. But I'm here. I'm here. So she did. She gave me the green light for as long as she could. But then it became a time where it was up to me to be my own cheerleader and to give myself permission. And give myself that yes, that nudge. Giving myself permission it's changed so much for me. Even when I just think about just rest. Like, I used to wait for somebody to tell me, oh, take a day off. You need it. You've been working hard. Here, I'll come get your son for you. Let's get you some rest. Like, I was waiting for people to hear those things. Like, I was waiting for people to say those things. But now that I've given myself permission, like, I take control of that. If I need to schedule some time off, I'll schedule it without someone telling me to do so. Even if I need a break from mommying, like, I'm scheduling some time. I'm scheduling a sitter for sure. Even in how I talk, I could tell a huge difference, because now that I gave myself the permission to go, what can you wait a minute. Who gonna check me? Who is going to check me? Who bigger than God? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if that's my only concern. Like, that is the only approval I need, the only validation that I need. You know what I mean? So there's like this Godfidence that I carry now in how I speak, how I walk. Because who gonna check me, boo? Who is going to, like, say, oh no, you don't need to be doing that? When I'm in alignment with God, I know what God told me and showed me. Well, who are you? You know? And so that's how I know now when things are truly aligned versus fear-driven. Because for one, I always seek wise counsel, wisdom. That's number one. And I know it feels, when things are in alignment, when things are truly aligned, there's like this calmness that takes over my mind. My mind is quiet. My body is steady. It's like this soft hum, like this frequency that I feel when I know when something is aligned versus fear-driven. When it's fear-driven, my chest is tight. I get like this knot in the top of my back, right in that middle. Yeah, that. Or like the pit of my stomach. Like, I literally feel nauseous when something is fear-driven. Or when I know I've overstayed somewhere too long and I didn't listen, then I start to feel all those things. And that's how I know when something is aligned versus fear-driven. So even when it comes to making those decisions and giving myself permission to move forward or to do whatever, like, I pay attention to those signs. I pay attention to how I feel. I trust myself to discern what's of God and what's not. And all of those play a part in whether that the light I see is green or is red. So now my question to you is, when are you going to give yourself permission?